Tensions in South America have reached a boiling point. In an unprecedented move, the United States has dispatched a powerful naval fleet to Venezuela's waters, with 3 Aegis-guided missile destroyers, USS Gravely, USS Jason Dunham, and USS Sampson, accompanied by 4,000 military personnel. This aggressive military deployment is a direct response to what Washington claims is Venezuela's role in international drug trafficking, but the stakes run much deeper. It's not just about drugs, it's about power, resources, and geopolitical control. For years, the US has viewed Nicolas Maduro's Venezuela as a regional flashpoint. The Trump administration has portrayed Maduro not only as a barrier to US regional interests, but also as a contributor to global instability. US authorities have long accused him of leading the Cartel de los Soles, a narco-trafficking network deeply embedded within Venezuela's power structures. In August 2025, the US doubled the reward for information leading to his arrest, from $25 million to $50 million, underscoring its determination to hold him accountable. But this isn't purely a law enforcement issue. It's also about commanding Venezuela's vast oil wealth, making the country a critical geopolitical battleground the US is unwilling to cede.
Ahora son los buques, ahora es que viene fulano, que viene sutano, como que todos los días parece como que hay algo y al final como que nunca hay nada y eso desgasta un poquito también.
While the US mobilizes its naval forces, China has quietly deepened its presence in Venezuela, offering both economic and limited security assistance. For more than a decade, Beijing has poured tens of billions of dollars into Venezuela's oil sector, often through loans repaid with crude, giving China significant economic leverage over Caracas. But China's role isn't just financial. Some institutions and analysts claim that Chinese firms have supplied Venezuela with advanced surveillance systems, telecommunications networks, and some military gear, including radar and drones. Analysts say this growing technological and security footprint challenges US influence in the region, pushing Washington to rethink its strategy in Latin America. With Chinese companies building infrastructure and expanding digital networks across Venezuela, and Beijing maintaining close political ties to Maduro's regime, the US now faces a rising global rival asserting itself in its own hemisphere. Adding another layer of complexity is Iran's growing partnership with Venezuela. Over the past few years, Tehran has supplied the Maduro government with advanced drone technology, including models such as the Mohajer 6 and Shahed series drones. Reports from Western intelligence and defense analysts suggest that Venezuela is not only importing Iranian drones, but may also be assembling some of them locally with Iranian assistance. The deployment of Iranian drones gives Venezuela an asymmetric tool, harder to counter with traditional defenses, yet capable of targeting high-value assets. Beyond the battlefield, the Iran-Venezuela defense link signals the emergence of a broader network of US adversaries forging ties in Latin America, challenging Washington in a region long seen as its sphere of influence. In response to the US naval buildup, Maduro has ordered nationwide military drills.
Luego de 20 días de asedio contra la nación venezolana, hoy estamos más fuertes que ayer. Hoy estamos más preparados para defender la paz.
Venezuela's core arsenal still relies on a handful of advanced Russian-made Su-30 fighter jets and a small fleet of patrol boats. But against the US Navy's technological edge, the imbalance is clear. He leverages Venezuela's vast oil wealth to secure the loyalty of military elites and maintain alliances with criminal networks. In a country crippled by economic collapse and social unrest, corruption and illicit trade, including drug trafficking, have become tools of political control. By rewarding loyalty with access to these shadow economies, Maduro has tightened his grip on power despite mounting external pressure. The crisis in Venezuela is about more than one nation's turmoil. It reflects a wider contest for influence in Latin America and its vital resources. For decades, the US has treated the region as its strategic backyard, but China's economic investments and Iran's security ties with Caracas point to shifting global alignments. Analysts warn that if tensions deepen, Washington could face not just Maduro, but a network of global rivals testing US authority close to home. With US warships patrolling nearby and Maduro rallying his forces, the region is at a precarious crossroads. Venezuela, armed with vast oil reserves and positioned at the gateway of the Caribbean, has become a flashpoint in a larger power struggle, one that could influence the balance of global power far beyond the Americas. The Venezuelan crisis is a microcosm of a new geopolitical order, one where traditional power dynamics are being challenged by rising global players. The U.S. may be hoping that Maduro will crumble under the pressure, but with China and Iran backing Venezuela, this conflict could become a defining moment in the 21st century. As the U.S. confronts these challenges in its own hemisphere, the world is watching, and the outcome of this struggle will determine not just the fate of Venezuela, but the future of global power relations.